Welcome to the Living in Salida podcast, a podcast that offers insights into the charm and reality of living, working, and playing in the small mountain town of Salida, Colorado. I'm your host, Monica McCarthy, a realtor that specializes in buying and selling in the Salida, Colorado area. In addition to helping people buy and sell property here, I love connecting with the wonderful people of our community, learning about their experiences in our town, and sharing these little slices of life with you. Today we're going to be talking about starting a small business in Salida and talking to an interesting person in town, Scott Hughes. He's a longtime Salida resident. He's very involved in the Salida community and the owner of Fun Street Family Arcade, located on F Street in downtown Salida. So after working at the Salida Boys and Girls Club, running the game and tech room there, and being loved by the kids because of his kind, relaxed nature, Scott wanted to create a community place for everyone devoted to games, fun, and belonging. He saw a need in town for more fun indoor places and created Fun Street Arcade and made it into a social space, a safe space, and a place for all. As the website says, you don't have to play games or even play at all to get in, but if you want to smash some high scores or win cool prizes, the option's yours. Above all, it's a place to have fun, and Scott helped create that. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I love that. That's great.
Do you remember that was on your website?
I totally do remember.
Okay.
I didn't write it, but I do.
Okay, well, that's good.
Awesome
It was. I wanted to bring it in here. I thought it was a good intro to you. So you've been here for a long time. Tell us how you found your way to Salida. Where did you come from, and what brought you here?
Yeah, it's kind of wild. It's 24 years to the day yesterday that I moved
Oh
to
wow,
Salida.
that's wonderful that we're talking today.
Yeah, so I got an anniversary of sorts.
Happy Slidiversary.
Thank you. I was told you're local after 15 years, so I'm very
Oh,
much
is that
local.
okay? Because the bar keeps moving,
It
right?
moves up, yes.
Okay,
It has
I think
changed.
we were talking about that.
We did talk about that. It was 10 initially, and I've been told 15.
So now 15. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're in.
I'm
You're
in.
good.
Feels
Okay.
great. Yeah.
Perfect.
Absolutely.
So where did you come before? And how did
Yes,
you find
I
it?
moved from the Midwest. I was a Cincinnati kid. One of
Okay.
my best friends moved to Boulder in 1995 to
Okay.
finish school. Went to CU and saw a weekend job to be a raft guide down here.
Okay.
And so I started coming out. I came out one weekend and hung out. And I was like, wow, this place is amazing.
Yeah.
And then every once I'd come out for the winters, so I'd come out for a week every winter. And
Okay.
fell in love with Monarch and just
Yeah.
kind of the town and smaller town vibe. Obviously coming from Cincinnati.
Sure.
And then finally, I came here. I was in Salida for the millennial change. So 1999, I celebrated at the Victoria Tavern, which was super fun.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
you brought in the
I was
name at the Vic.
right? Yeah.
How was that?
It was amazing.
I
Yeah,
bet.
fireworks went off the top of S Mountain. It was incredible. So that
Oh,
was
that was a cool New Year's.
that was what did it for me. Not just that, but just the people.
Yeah.
Small town mentality and coming from a big city. It was amazing to meet these people that recognized me every time I came back. So just kind of
Wow.
that sense of home
Yeah.
right away.
Wow.
So finally decided to make the move in May of 2001.
2001.
And that's
okay.
the day that it snowed 4.5 feet, almost 5 feet of snow in
Oh
Salida.
wow.
So
That
moved
almost
to town.
never
and
happens.
had to sleep in the movie. I couldn't even get in the house. A tree had fallen. I mean, it was just
Oh wow. Welcome to
very
Salida.
epic. Yeah, I mean that's very reminiscent of what we just had, though it just stayed on the mountains, thankfully.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So forever grateful for my buddy Tommy who got me out here, and he's still here. He's been here since '95. So
Oh wow.
yeah, so it's been a lot of change, but at the same point, yeah, it's like I knew pretty quickly that this was a very home feeling place for me. So I've stuck it
And
out.
just kind of followed that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've done. I mean, I know you've had a few hats in this town before starting or opening up Fun Street Arcade. So you're a raft guide.
Yeah,
Tell me
started-
give people a little insight of the types of stuff
Sure.
you can do when you first move
man,
here when you're younger.
absolutely. It's not too far from what you have to do today, right? It's kind
Yeah.
of the hustle and bustle, especially seasonal employment.
Yeah.
So it was raft guide. I worked at Moonlight Pizza. I worked at Dave's Record Store, which used to be here. It's actually now where Moonlight used to be two separate buildings.
Okay.
So I worked at the record store in the daytime, and then I'd work at Moonlight at night, raft guide on weekends. And
Wow.
then Monarch season, you'd work at Monarch.
Nice.
And then Lindsay Sutton-Stevens, who's still a great community member, she worked at the Boys and Girls Club as the art director.
Okay.
And she kind of got me in there, and I just started volunteering there.
Okay.
And then just immediately fell for it, loved everything about it, loved the impact that you had with the kids, the time with the kids, and then got heavily involved with the club. Worked every job from volunteer all the way up to branch director, and then realized that it was taking away from my time with the kids, so I just went back to just being a program director.
Okay.
And I kind of ran the teen tech club, and we started a teen program and got really involved with the kids at school and just kind of tried to find a way for them to have a little bit more of a voice.
Okay.
And that's really kind of what helped spur the idea for the arcade too.
Okay.
Just like, the Goldilocks zone for our Boys and Girls Club is like, 6 is when you can start, and it goes up till, like 12 is kind of when kids start being like, I don't really want to go to the club as much. They're starting a bigger teen program, which is great.
Okay.
But that's when I was like, all right, we need something else for these guys.
Yeah, like what are the kids, it's a small town, what do these kids do in their time?
For sure, and I was blessed to have an arcade when I grew up. It was right across from the schools. So it was literally like just that like safe haven after school. Like parents knew that they had that buffer zone of like not having to fly to get home from work, or they could just go pick their kids up at the arcade after school. So it was like that. I kind of wanted to bring that to Salida, and
that's
totally
cool.
worked out.
Yeah. When did you open it?
So 2017 was our opening date, but it took us a minute to get in there and get everything going. I mean, these games were all over the place.
Yeah, I mean, you've got some like old school. I know my son plays Street Fighter all the time.
That's the first game I actually got partner. That's the first game I'd actually gotten for the arcade.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Yeah, I just found it was like, I mean, it's insane how much I got for it. So I got it for $300, which is a steal now.
Yeah.
But it was over in Gunnison, and just like found some folks, and we met and brought it over, and it was the first game in there. So
that's cool.
Yeah, it's not the oldest.
That was a very nostalgic one for me.
Yeah. I have to say. Absolutely. Most people, when they come in, that's their first question. It's like, do you have Street Fighter 2? I'm like, yes.
Like, yes, do.
I know. It's super cool.
It wouldn't be an arcade without it, right?
Yeah. And I love that Owen likes to play it. That always cracks me up.
It's so funny. So you spin a bunch of, it sounds like it took a while, because you've got a lot of games in there.
Yeah, quite a bit. I mean, we had previous arcades before in Salida. So when I was here, Hot Shots was the spot, and it was amazing. It's another draw that brought me to town. It was right where Salida Mountain Sports is, like the two separate sides to it. I mean, it was amazing. It was
right there on F Street,
Yeah, they just didn't have the ticketed games, so that was a component that I knew from my experience at an arcade growing up that we needed to bring.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, like a lot of those games came from there.
Okay.
So the Harrington family, Scott Harrington, PJ, they were the ones that owned and ran that. And super amazing folks. I mean, some of the games were still around, had been distributed in the valley, if not further out, and we were able to get some of those back.
Okay.
But it was really cool to, like, when we finally opened to get PJ, she ran Hot Shot, she came in there and kind of gave me the thumbs up of approval. So
nice.
That was like all I really needed. So
nice.
It was cool.
So you have, because you're right, you do have that mix of, all these video games and then the ticketed games, which, I mean, as a parent, I love that it appeals to multiple ages. So it's not, the little kids care a little bit more about the tickets, and then they go you've got, 10 ticket prizes, and you can get some Smarties, or you can get some really awesome toys and everything in between. So I think that's really fun for kids too, just to go and play all these games where they get tickets too.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun to see them. I like to see the transformation of when, like, Owen figured it out right away that he wants to play Street Fighter, but some kids they never leave the ticketed area, which is great, obviously. But at the same point, like, when we have free games, when we do events, and we have the games on for free, it's really cool to see those kids kind of start figuring out that high scores are just as cool as prizes.
It's true, yeah, and it's fun. And you've got, and I know, because you're open, late afternoon, after school time, and then in the evenings too. So, I mean, I even went on a date night there and played pool with my husband, and so there's a lot of even stuff that you can do if you're not a kid.
Yeah, I mean, that's ideally it too. It's like, we want all the bases covered.
Yeah.
If parents are there, I want them to be having just as much fun.
Yeah.
It's pretty rare that you see. I mean, I'll see it where, like, the kid wants to leave and the parents still want to hang out. That's like the ultimate honor. It's like, all right, yes.
Yes, you created that space.
Yeah, totally, yeah.
That's awesome. And so, you mentioned an event there. So that's another, I mean, the venue, if you haven't ever been, please, what's the address?
243 F Street. 243
F Street. So, right across from Moonlight Pizza on F Street, and huge venue. So you got a lot of space for events. So talk about a little bit some of the events that you host there, and people can even book their events there.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that was one thing that just kind of manifested itself.
Okay.
We initially started off just doing birthdays. Obviously, we do those. That's the big draw there.
Totally.
We've got 2 separate rooms, as well as we do private parties. But it kind of turned into an event space. So we've done fundraising for numerous organizations in town, which has been a huge success. I've done baby showers. We've done, most recently, we've kind of gotten into the wedding circle.
Oh,
so
interesting.
we've done everything from rehearsal dinners. We've even done a reception in there, which was really cool. So live music and settings help cater it, and it was really, really cool to see. I've been to a lot of wedding events where, folks are just kind of sitting around after everything, and there was nobody sitting. Like, everybody was up playing and having fun, and so it was really cool. So I actually have 2 more booked on the books for this fall.
Wow.
Yeah. So if
That's
you're
a
interested,
creative idea. Yeah.
you can reach out to us on just our email, so funstreetfamilyarcade@gmail.com, or
Okay.
of course our social medias are all over that too. So
Yeah. No,
Instagram,
social
Facebook.
presence. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. I didn't know that you did that. And I know
Yeah.
just from, a community perspective, just having that space, there's not that many venues in our town. And so it's nice just to have another option for that. And then I know you also make an effort to give back to the community.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
So tell me a little bit more about, the types of organizations you're involved in.
Yeah, so I mean, most anybody that wants to, if it's something I care about, right? So like, we usually donate the space, especially if it's something that I'm like super passionate about, like Salida Mountain Trails. Like, we all mountain bike, so that's like a big thing to have in there for sure.
Yeah.
We've done certain events for Boys and Girls Club. One year we had the kids for the skate park fundraiser, so I was on the board for the skate park that got built at the Hot Springs pool.
Okay.
Huge success. It's
yeah,
amazing.
That's
it's a great
amazing park. Yeah.
So we're super happy about that. We did an event for FIBARC where we partnered with Boys and Girls Club, and we had kids hand paint skateboards, and then they had like their whole art display during Art Walk.
Oh wow!
So it was pretty cool. So it's kind of tied into FIBARC and Art Walk for that.
Yeah.
Pretty much anybody that it's something that we're involved in. If it's community based, we're definitely gonna do something there.
Yeah.
I even saw you guys had a thing up there for the Decker Fire. I know this the radio station here did a great job of covering that. We did a benefit for them at the arcade. We hosted all the families. They came in and had dinner at the arcade, all free games. Moonlight Pizza gave them free pizza. I forget what else we had. We had free beers, I believe, from somebody else too, probably Moonlight as well.
Yeah, that was 2018.
Yeah.
That was a real big impact
Absolutely.
on our community, where some areas of town were displaced because of a fire. No, luckily nobody's house was affected, but it was scary for a week or two.
Yeah, it came super close.
Yeah, it came really close. And there were a lot of firefighters in town that came in. I know that was definitely an outpouring of community support. It was incredible to see everybody get together for that. So that's amazing that you were part of that as well.
Yeah, it felt cool.
You're very involved in the community.
Yeah, I mean, it's, you kind of want to be, right? And that's truly one of the secret, like what you're doing with this and everything else that you do. I mean, it's truly the best way to make it work in a small community is like you kind of have to be a contributing member.
Yeah.
And at least be involved in some place, like there are a lot of people that are moving here and, if they can help out in any way, please reach out to different organizations in town and see. Everybody needs a little help for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah, I always say if you come here, contribute in a positive way. And I feel like, even if you're brand new, you're welcome. Contribute in a positive way. And I think there's a lot of people that are doing that or have been here for a long time and are doing that in a lot of different ways. And so, starting a business here, I know there's not a ton of industry to, get hired with a job in Salida. So a lot of people start their own businesses like you did. So if somebody's thinking of starting a business here, talk a little bit about your experience with that and how you're making it work.
Yeah, I mean, that was a true, leap of faith, full manifestation. I saw the space sitting there and just knew that it had to happen.
Okay.
Fortunately as well, just with my involvement in the community, Scott Hughes, High Country Bank,
okay.
one of the largest sponsors of the Boys and Girls Club. I mean, they've done everything from helping us get into the new club, continued sponsor for all the years that I've been a part of the club. And so I initially went to High Country Bank and said, hey, here's my business proposal.
Oh, okay.
And I mean, I lost so much sleep on that. It was thick. It was
wow.
thick. So I brought it to them and they were like, this is brilliant. It's a great idea. It's exactly what town needs. Okay. So if you can't make it work, we'll make it work.
Wow.
So that was awesome.
That is
obviously
awesome.
I'm still owing them lots of money, which is kind of how it goes.
Well,
I think it will for a while.
Yeah,
but
the risk you take, right?
Oh, huge risk for sure. But just kind of, knowing that it's something that we needed, and I just kind of had that faith in that I knew that it would work.
Yeah.
And then just to see how it's kind of continuing to grow and being able to give back and be that part of it is awesome. So I mean, as far as hiring people, I mean, it's tricky in town. I got a lot of awesome teenagers that work for me.
Yeah, you do.
Some not so teenagers now. I got some younger girls that I've known since they were little kids at Boys and Girls Club.
Oh, wow.
And they work for me, so it's awesome just to kind of be able to help them kind of start taking some leadership and some ownership in that.
Yeah,
so
you've got some great employees.
Yeah, I'm super blessed.
We alluded to this, but I go there quite a bit with my 5-year-old son, and he had his birthday party there, and we know your staff very well, and they're always very kind, and sometimes even let him round up his tickets and get the prize that he's eyeing. So you guys are awesome. You definitely give back to the community quite a bit. So I guess really I want to just people listening to get a taste of, what it's like to have a business here in Salida. So do you have any advice if somebody was, either living here already and thinking of starting their own business, or thinking of moving here and starting something? Like, what advice would you give?
Yeah, it helps if you're here for a little bit, like I'd been.
Yeah,
just to kind of get a little bit more of a finger on the pulse and see where the needs and desires are in town.
Sure, rather than just assuming.
Yeah, just assuming, like we're blessed with some of the spots that we have in town. It just, like it's hard to come up with something new. Like I just knew there had been an arcade previously, and I knew it was kind of time to bring it back.
Yeah.
But I think too, just like, and putting it out there, like we're a pretty open-minded community. People are generally pretty open with you if you're going to discuss things and be like, hey, I've got this idea, and people will let you know. When
Sure.
I talk about the arcade, people are like, oh my gosh, we could totally use that.
Yeah.
So for me, just to be able to bounce that idea off other people in town, whether business owners or just friends, in the community, they're like, yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
So then just having faith, like truly, I knew it had to work. So
yeah,
I
and
got
you're making it work.
super lucky. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, your hard work is paying off. That's awesome. And so I know we kind of mentioned when, before this interview, I was saying you were involved in all these other causes. Are there any other causes in the community that you wanted to mention that are important to you now?
Yeah, so I've been a board member of Full Circle Restorative Justice here in Salida for way longer than most board members are on. I think about 8 years now.
Okay.
So,
yeah,
it's a pretty significant amount of time, but just a local nonprofit here in town. We got Eric Lee down there directing it right now. He's an amazing gentleman.
Okay.
So just kind of helping out with the impact of our community. More so, like I got involved because of the youth component. So they have an in-school program, and it's just kind of helped kids that can work with their own conflict resolution.
Okay.
So if there's an aspect in school of kids arguing or getting into a fight, instead of taking it to a court system, they have like an in-house, kind of have the kids peer mediate it and just help them kind of figure some stuff out on their own. So conflict resolution, just kind of teaching a little bit of peace and manner, and accountability for actions, and more stuff the world can use for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's great that the community even has that.
Yeah.
What age group is that usually?
So it feels like it's mostly a lot of teenagers for sure.
Okay.
It's pretty rare that you see anybody younger than 13 in there, I think.
Okay.
And we've got some adults, but it's mostly that, like trying to help kids figure it out.
Yeah,
at that age
that's
range,
definitely an age that's needed. So
Absolutely.
to have a positive place, so they're not, I don't know, things happening that could impact their future in a negative way. Rather, just help them resolve and move forward in a positive way.
So
I
it's
love
cool.
that.
Yeah, it's great to see and great to be a part of, and so we've got a fundraiser coming up at some point. That's not until September, but just kind of get like a little, bring everybody together down at the Scout Hut. So some future information on that, but
that's really good to know.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
There's just so many amazing organizations in this town. I feel like,
Truly.
and I've said this before in other episodes, of just if you come here and you have something you're interested in, there's likely an organization or nonprofit associated with that, and you can, they would receive you with open arms if you want to get involved.
Yeah, volunteers. That's like, we're super blessed with the people that are moving here that are like-minded and want to volunteer for stuff like that.
Totally.
Like, Salida Mountain Trails, like, unbelievable.
Oh my gosh.
Those guys, there's so many people that volunteer. It's amazing to see.
Well, because the trails are a very valuable part of our community. They help our community thrive almost directly.
Mental health, everybody's smiling.
Mental health, that's true, yeah. And all of it. So, okay, well, thank you for everything that you do, Scott. Appreciate you being here today.
Thanks for your time. Look forward to seeing you guys down at the arcade again soon.
We will probably be there in a few days. All right, well, thank you guys for listening. Again, I'm Monica McCarthy. I'm a realtor who specializes in Salida and surrounding areas. If you're interested in connecting with me, whether it's to help you buy or sell a home here or about being on the podcast, all my contact information is in the show notes. And if you like this podcast, I invite you to please share it with a friend or someone who you think might be interested in the information. You can learn more about Salida, Colorado and the real estate market here on my YouTube channel, Living in Salida, Colorado. Thanks for listening and take care.